Hi Cancer, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective reading. Now, apologies for not popping something out recently. I have been having system issues. I have been having technical difficulties. So I've, not been able to pop anything on, unfortunately. So I do apologise for that. Excuse me. Got hiccups all of a sudden. So I am trying to get on top of everything, so apologies. Now, I'm not doing a self-reflection reading this month. I want to change up my offerings a little bit. So this month I'm going to be doing a Celtic Cross instead of self-reflection. If you have got any suggestions of what other readings I could potentially do instead of self-reflection, please pop it in the chat, in the comments. I'd love to see what other people would like to hear. Now, I do plan on still doing my love readings and the monthly ones because everybody likes those. But I'm looking at possibly swapping the self reflection and the finance. Not necessarily every month, maybe every other month. But yeah, I just want to look at adding to my offerings a little bit. If I don't really get any comments asking for anything, then I'm just going to have a look at a few different types of spreads, and we'll do it that way instead. And I'll get a bit bored. And that's all it is. I'm a little bit bored of doing self-reflection. I have had some of my friends tell me that sometimes they are a little bit depressive, because it's making them sit and think, which I'm like, well, that's not a bad thing, you know? so yeah, so I want to try and bring in a little bit more, not necessarily happiness and joy. Oh my God, I've just seen, there's a pink bird. There's a pink bird sitting on somebody's roof that I've just spotted, that's just landed. And I'm really, if only my camera would pick this up. It's like a dove and it's pink. I don't know why there's a pink bird. Anyway, if pink bird's something that you see a lot, or you may have, or maybe a pink bird is a sign that this reading is for you. I'm not sure, but there's definitely a pink bird that has drawn my attention today. Anyway, let's get into your reading. So I'm doing Celtic Cross, like I say, instead of self-reflection. So we're going to start with an angel number card. Now, these are really awkward to shuffle and get one to jump out. So I am going to split the deck, and that should hopefully give us an indication of what the reading's about. So you've actually got reflection. It jumped out. So pay attention to your thoughts. It's time to wake up to your higher spiritual truth. So we did have this for Aries as well. So if you've got Aries in your chart, it might be worth checking that out. So yeah, very much making sure that you are positively thinking, trying not to manifest negative things around you. And it's very much a, are you sure you want that kind of manifestation kind of card? Very much suggesting that you need to positively think about what it is that you want. And if you are dwelling on certain things that are negative, if you're overthinking about certain things that are negative, be wary of self-fulfilling prophecies. It is suggesting that you have got the power to manifest things. So make sure that you are manifesting what it is that you want and not what you don't want. Okay. So let's pull some cards for your Celtic spread. But yeah, very much listening to your higher self and trying to stay positive with whatever it is that you're thinking about and manifesting. So if you're thinking about an ex and you don't want them back, stop dwelling on your ex. I know that's easier to say said than done for some people. But yeah, same as if you want to have a great career, stop thinking about how crap your current job is, you know? Very much thinking about what you do want, not what you don't want. Because if you sit and think about what you don't want, you're just going to get what you don't want. Oh, wow. Oh, I've just dropped one on the floor. Lots of pentacles here for you. Beautiful. And it's all talking about stability and planning and, yeah, receiving. Absolutely beautiful. So, you very much want to know how you're going to be stable, whether you're going to meet somebody stable, whether you are going to be uh, successful in your career, potentially. The King of Pentacles, very much somebody that's very successful, very potentially very wealthy, has a lot in the bank, maybe. Um, House, home, great job, great income, very giving as well. He's very kind, very analytical, but very skilled at what he does. He's a great leader too. So very much suggesting to me that this is what you want. This is very much your, you know, what you need. And it could even be that the way that you're seeing things is that you want to know whether or not, or it could be that you want somebody like this. Now, it does look to me like you've been going through a lot of anxiety. You're possibly going through a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights. Now, it's suggesting to me that you need to stop stressing. Maybe you've been trying to be as successful and as stable as possible, and it's causing you stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. Now, this could be a person that you're trying to manifest, or you could be wondering how you're going to get back together with them or get together with them, and it's causing you stress and anxiety. Possibly there might even be some guilt there, but definitely a challenge for yourself to stop stressing, stop overthinking, and if you are going through some sort of depression as well, to bring yourself out of that, which is, it can be really hard. Let's face it. So very much making sure that you're positive thinking here, making sure that you are channeling things that you want. Um, but yeah, and not feeling guilty about things that you've got no control of. Yeah, very much suggesting to me that a lot of your challenges and blockages with regards to why you've either not got this or why you may have lost it in the past, or why it's all to do with potentially overthinking, guilt, stress, because it's not clearing your mind enough to be able to go for things. So like the King of Pentacles is very clear-minded. He's very analytical. He doesn't, yes, he may worry about certain things, but not to the point of overthinking and sleepless nights. He's very in control. He's very relaxed. I mean, if you look at this particular king, he doesn't look stressed, does he? He doesn't look anxious. I mean, we've even got a snail at the bottom because he takes his time and he just things at his own pace. He does what he wants when he wants, and nobody tells him what to do. Your challenge is that you're massively stressed, you're massively anxious about certain things, which tells me you're not taking your time. You want things to speed up. You're very much wanting things to happen and you're wanting them to happen now. And if you don't, you're worried that they are going to happen. Where he's pretty chillaxed, he's just relaxing, he's chilled out, he is doing his own thing at his own pace. And it looks to me like you're very much trying to work at the pace of others potentially. Now, you want clarity. You're scared of the unknown. You're sick of being in fear. You're sick of not knowing what's going on. You want a lot of clarity, which I can understand. It's also suggesting to me that you need to start leaning into your intuition as well. Part of this is very much that you need to lean into your intuition with regards to making decisions. Um, you know, the expectations and what you want from your outcome is you very much want hope. You want, possibly, you might be a big dreamer and you want your dreams to come true. You could very much be holding out for certain things, but you definitely want clarity of the situation. You don't want to be kept in the dark anymore. And it does have an element of very much of a lot of dreams and hoping that your dreams come through for you. Now, it looks to me in the past that you are a massive, massive overthinker. Not so much in the past, but while you want your dreams to come true, you kept yourself stuck. You've been overthinking about certain things. You've not really moved forward on what it is that you want. Now, it could be that you are somebody that once you get an idea, you have to sit and think about it over and over and over and over and over. And it does suggest to me that you may have an element of Virgo in your chart. We've got a lot of pentacles out here. A lot of pentacles, and pentacles are earth energy. So maybe you are channeling a little bit of earth energy. Maybe you have it in your chart. Geminis as well are notorious for overthinking, and you do have the air energy too. So yeah, very much, well, any kind of any kind of air does a lot of overthinking. That is why they are the sword suit. So very much suggesting to me that you've been keeping yourself stuck. Very much so. Now, you could be coming to the realization that you are keeping yourself stuck. You could be very much coming to that realization that you are the only person keeping yourself in that particular position. I feel like you're still stuck and you don't necessarily know how to move forward, and that could be very much why you want your wish fulfillment. Now, in the past, it looks as though you potentially relied on other people. You may have been doing you were very happy from the look of it. You were very social. Possibly, like I say, you may have relied on a lot of people as well. Three of Cups can very much be other people's influences on your life, and maybe that's how you've got stuck. Maybe you've let too many people influence your life. I mean, what's the saying? Is it too many cooks, not enough? I don't know what it is. It's like too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing. Not makes I don't even know what it is. I can't remember what it was, but basically, if there's too many people involved on certain things, you're not going to get where you need to. You know, so if you're letting other people influence your life, then you're not going to get where you want because you're potentially doing what they want instead. So whether that's family members, friends, partners, whatever it is, it just suggests to me that in the past there has been an element of you letting other people influence you, potentially. Um, I mean, it could be that you've spent a lot of time socializing, possibly drinking too, overindulging slightly. I don't think it's that though. I think it's just very much. I mean, the only reason I say that there's a lot of grapes on here. Um, you know, wine comes from grapes, obviously, and then we've got a load of apples too, cider, and they've got cups. They're all drinking. Obviously, I'm not suggesting that you're a drinker or have been in the past, but it does suggest to me that there's definitely some people that may have been influencing you. And that could be very much why you've got these sleepless nights and this anxiety. Maybe they've influenced you that much that you don't know how to move forward. You don't know how to get what you want. Now, it could be that you, being a social creature, maybe you've done a lot of partying in the past and you don't have the money that you need to move forward to invest into certain things because you may have spent it on nights out with your friends, you know? And maybe now you're realizing, oh my God, what do I do? How do I get myself into that stable position? How do I get myself back up there? You might be losing sleep. It could be something as simple as you don't have enough money to pay your rent. You don't have enough money to pay for all of your regular shopping this month. So you might have to change it up a little bit. It could be any number of things. To me, it is suggesting though that you are worried about your stability, and it's very likely because it's something to do with your past, with your influences, and very much about you overthinking as well. Maybe you've sat and you've thought about new business ventures and new ways of doing things a lot, but you haven't took the steps forward. And it could be that you've been looking at maybe changing jobs, maybe you're wanting to, work for yourself, and you might have been doing a lot of thinking, you might have been doing a lot of looking at certain things, but you don't necessarily know how to proceed and move forward. And that could be why you're very much looking for clarity and wanting your dreams to come true, because it's very much suggesting to me here that, there's definitely an element of you want this stability, but you just don't know how to get it. And you're just worried and overthinking a lot. Now, in the future, it does tell me that you are going to be coming out of whatever this worry, this sorrow, this grief is. You are going to be moving forward. You're letting go of the things that have already happened. You're actually releasing the Three of Cups. So, whoever this is, or whatever this is in the past, you're letting go of it. You're very much aware you've got two cups sitting there that is very much you in harmony, in balance with yourself. You're releasing the third party influences. You're letting them go. You're not letting other people influence your life anymore. You're going to be doing what's good for you. Um, and you're moving forward, which is actually fantastic when you consider what's been going on, you know, and you look at the anxiety, the stress that it's been causing you, to walk away from that and know that you're going to be going towards something a lot better, to do things that are more for your own harmony, for your own sanity, instead of letting other people rule over you. That's beautiful. Now, how you're looking at things, you're very much looking at things as you're going to be learning something new. So, where I was saying potentially you've been looking at new jobs, you're very much going into something. The Page of Pentacles is a learner, he's a novice, he's an apprentice, who's learning new skills. So, you're very much willing to learn, you're willing to start that transition, you're very much willing to start at the bottom and work your way up. That's very much what the page does. So you're very, very much there. You're very good at you wanting to learn how to do things. You want to know how to get to be the King of Pentacles, and the page is very much your first step towards it, which is beautiful. Now, other people that are influencing you. So there is somebody that's very successful in your atmosphere, in your energy, that is potentially influencing you. Now, this could be some sort of mentor. It does suggest that they're very independent as well. It could even be, maybe you've got friends or family that you see doing certain things. Now, it could be maybe you've, somebody in one of the third parties, or somebody else. You might see them now having a bit of success where you've been wasting time doing things else. You might be going, oh, how are they doing it all? And you're seeing them have that success, and you're seeing them being independent, and you're seeing them getting their stability. And the Nine of Pentacles is very much the next step from the Nine of Pentacles is the Empress, which is above the King. So you're seeing this person and you're very much being influenced by them. Now, whether this is a direct influence or whether this is a quiet influence, when I say direct, it's, knowing that they're influencing you, being a mentor, possibly, a manager at work, somebody, a co-worker that's got a lot of success, a lot of drive, somebody that's really good at what they do, a lot of confidence, really skilled, somebody that everybody wants to go towards. That's the Nine of Pentacles. So you may be very aware that you want to be like this person. Now, it could just be something really subtle where you're not even recognizing it. So it could be maybe you've got a family member or a friend that all of a sudden you're seeing them, I don't know, buy a house, and it's making you sit there and think, hang on a minute, they're doing that and I'm the same age, or I'm older than that and I haven't done it, you know. And then you're kind of inspired by them to go and do it yourself. You may have seen them work really hard and save up, and it could even be something where you may have mocked them in the past for not going out with you as much because they're too busy saving money, but now you can see why. And it could be a quiet influence like that, but whoever it is, it's somebody that's very successful. It's somebody that you are looking at going, I want that, you know but you might not be registering that you're doing that. Now, in your hopes and fears is you're worried that it's going to take too long. You're very hopeful that you're going to start this plan, you're going to move forward. The Knight of Pentacles is very much knowing exactly where you want to go. Now, it could even be that you're scared, that you don't know where you want to get to. To me, I feel like it's more that you're worried about the length of time it's going to take to get where you need to go, to get what it is that you want. It's very much suggesting that you have a good idea of what you want to do, but you're not sure whether or not you're taking the right path. Maybe you're worried that your plan isn't quite as straightforward as you're expecting it to be. Maybe you're worried that you're going to miss something out on the journey. But it does suggest to me that you do have a good idea. You've got every hope that it's going to work out for you, and that you know what you want to do, but you're scared that that hope could be a little bit false. But yeah, very much suggesting that the pace of things, you might be worried a little bit about the pace. You don't want it to take too long. Now, the outcome, we do have a Six of Pentacles, so it is suggesting that you are going to be receiving. Now, it does suggest as well that you need to make sure that there's equal give and take within certain things, that you are making sure things are equal. You don't want to be too imbalanced on certain things. Now, this does sometimes suggest that there could be a little bit of an imbalance, and that you could be giving a little bit more in a particular situation. So if this is something where you are going into a job, it could be that you find that you are putting a little bit too much into working, into trying to improve. And it could just throw you out of balance that tiny bit. So just be mindful of that. But it does suggest that, there is definitely going to be something that you are going to be receiving. You know, like I say, as long as you keep it balanced, it's equal give and take. The universe will give back. So whatever you're putting out into the universe, you are going to be receiving. So do make sure you're putting out good energy. Make sure that you're putting out things to be fair. Yeah, and you'll be receiving. It's not quite the king that you want. It's not quite an emperor. It's not a queen, but it's still you receiving. It's you receiving what you need. So that's an absolutely fabulous outcome. Now, I'm pulling you some Moonology cards so we can see if we can get you a rough time scale on these. Um, so we've got first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. Now, that can relate to any quarter moon within a month. Maybe you're being tested every month. Maybe that's when your payday falls, and trying to cut out third-party influences around your payday, maybe. Just putting it out there. Could be a good potential for testing your commitment, walking away from third-party influences. We have expect a powerful change, new moon eclipse. Now, that is happening on the 21st of September. And then we have it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. Now, that is the 29th of March. So you could find that you have certain things happening around those times. Now, these could have already happened. They could be something that happened last year during any of those. So, your third party influences potentially could be when any of these may have happened last year. So just bear that in mind, but they are potential indicators of when you could reach this Six of Pentacles as your outcome, or just be walking away from, people. I am feeling very much that though that walking away from them is your commitment being tested every month potentially. Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Cancer. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me, don't forget to hit that subscribe. And if you press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. As I said at the beginning of the reading, if you do have any suggestions of other readings, don't forget to pop them in the comments box. I will look through them all and see what I like the look of, and I might even do the others anyway, even if I don't like the look of them, just because it's what people want. So yeah, pop it in the comments and I will have a look through and see what I can come up with. Thank you very much for joining me, and good luck.